Good morning, children. In our last video, we have started the lesson Chasing the Sea Monster, which is an extract from the novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, written by Jules Verne. The story in this extract is about spotting a mysterious sea monster by the inmates on a warship. Children, you all know this lesson is a science fiction, and the story revolves around the relentless chase that is the following between the warship frigate and the sea monster. The warship frigate is named Abraham Lincoln, which is captained by Commander Farragut along with Professor Perry Aronnax, a French marine biologist and a narrator of the story. A master harpoonist, Ned Land, and the other crew members chase the sea monster. In the end, Ned Land succeeds in hitting the sea monster. Now, harpooner is a person who uses harpoons especially to hunt whales. Now, till now we have seen that the warship frigate finds the sea monster, which is actually a submarine. Now, what happens next? Let us see. So, take out your textbooks, page number 44, fifth paragraph from the top. Near 2 o'clock in the morning, the core of the light reappeared, 5 miles away from the Abraham Lincoln. We stayed on the alert until daylight, getting ready for action. Whaling gear. Whaling gear is an equipment to hunt whales. Whaling gear was set up along the railings. Railings is a barrier or a rail. It is a support. Along the railings, the whale gears were set up. Our chief officer loaded the blunderbusses. So blunderbusses is a short gun that has a barrel which is larger at the end. This type of gun was used long ago for shooting. So it was loaded the blunderbusses which can launch harpoons as far as mile and long dug guns with exploding bullets. Now, dug guns are the guns with exploding bullets that can kill even the most powerful animals. So, and long dug guns with exploding bullets that can wound and kill even the most powerful animals. Ned Land was content to sharpen his harpoon, a dreadful weapon in his hands. So, harpoon is a long, sharp weapon attached to a long rope and thrown by hand or shot from a gun, specially used for catching whales and other large sea creatures. Children, let us see the images of these guns. Now, this is the picture of a whaling gear. It's an equipment used to hunt whales. Now, this is a harpoon, which is a long, sharp weapon attached to a long rope. See the picture of a blunderbuss, a short gun that has a barrel which is larger at the end. And see, this is a long dug gun, guns with exploding bullets that can kill even the most powerful animals. So let us continue. At 6 o'clock, day began to break, and with the dawn's early light, the animal's electric glow disappeared. At 7 o'clock, a very dense morning mist spread around us. Our best spy glasses were unable to pierce it. Spyglass is a small telescope. The glasses are a small telescope used by sailors in the past. So they had best spy glasses and still they were unable to pierce it, means see through it. And the outcome was disappointment and anger. At 8 o'clock, the mist rolled away, that is, it got over, and the horizon grew wider and clearer. The view was wide and clear. Suddenly, Ned Land's voice could be heard. There's the thing in question, astern to port. Astern to port means to go back, left side, when you are facing the front of the ship. So, towards the hinder part or stern, that is backward. The harpooner shouted. Every eye looked toward the point indicated. There, a mile and a half from the frigate, a long blackish body emerged a meter above the waves. Mile and a half means 1.5 mile from the frigate. A long blackish body emerged means was visible. It could become visible. A meter above the waves. Quivering violently. Quivering means shivering. Its tail was creating a considerable current. So that is waves were created, flow was created. The crew was waiting impatiently for orders from their leader. The latter, that is the commander, after carefully observing the animal, ordered the engineer to sail full steam towards the animal. Three cheers greeted this order. Means they were very happy to start the battle. The hour of battle had sounded. A few moments later, the Abraham Lincoln headed straight for the animal. It went towards the animal. Unconcerned, the latter let us come nearer. It got up a little speed and kept its distance. This chase, this following, dragged on for about 3/4 of an hour. So 1/4 is 15 minutes. So 3/4 means 15 plus 15 plus 15. That is 45 minutes. Without the frigate getting any closer to the sea animal. At this rate, it was obvious that we would never catch up with it. The Abraham Lincoln gathered speed, but so did the animal. This went on for the next hour. The Abraham Lincoln was now speeding so much that its masts trembled down to their blocks. Masts were the tall poles on the ship. What a chase! No, I can't describe the excitement that shook my very being. Ned Land stayed at his post, that is the pole where he was there, harpoon in hand. Several times the animal let us approach. Then just as the harpooner was about to strike, the cetacean would steal off swiftly. Commander Farragut then decided to use more direct methods. Bah, he said, so that animal is faster than the Abraham Lincoln. All right, mate. Mates are the assistants or the people who were there on the ship. Man the gun in the bow. Man means load the gun. In the bow is cannon. In the bow means cannon, which is a large powerful gun. Or forecastle cannon. That is cannon. I have just now told you, a large powerful gun generally mounted on wheels. So our forecastle cannon was immediately loaded and leveled. The cannoneer means the one who fires the cannon. Fired a shot means the place from where the missiles are fired. But his shell passed some feet above the cetacean, which stayed half a mile off. Over to somebody with better aim. As he could not get the aim, he offered to the one who was willing to take the challenge. Over to somebody with better aim, the commander shouted. And $500 to the man who can pierce the infernal beast. Pierce means cut into pieces. And what is infernal? That irritating beast or the tiresome, the one who has made them really tired. Infernal beast. Let's see who came forward. Calm of eye, cool of feature, an old grey-bearded gunner. So an old man came forward. I can see him to this day. Approached the cannon, but put it in position and took aim for a good while. There was a mighty explosion. It was very strong explosion mingled with cheers from the crew. So they were very happy to see the explosion. The shell reached its target. It hit the animal but bounced off its rounded surface and vanished into the sea 2 miles out. Oh, drat, said the old gunner in his anger. Now, oh, drat, it's an expression of annoyance or anger. He was very angry. That monster must be covered with 6-inch armor plate. Now, armor plate is a protective covering that would have helped that would have given protection to the monster. The hunt was on again. Hour after hour went by without the animal showing the least sign of weariness. That means no sign of getting tired at all. However, it must be said that we too struggled on tirelessly. So same were they. They were also tirelessly without getting tired chasing the sea monster. At 10:50 in the evening, that electric light reappeared 3 miles away from the frigate, just as clear and intense as the night before. The monster seemed motionless. Was it asleep? Perhaps weary from his work day. Means was it tired because the whole day they had a chase. So maybe he was asleep, just riding with the waves, or is relaxing and just riding with the waves. This was our chance. So this was the chance, and the commander Farragut decided to take full advantage of it. He gave his orders. The frigate approached without making a sound, stopped 2 cable lengths from the animal. So that a cable which was kept on the ship, usually 600 feet. So 2 cable length from the animal. A profound silence reigned over the deck. Profound means very deep silence. We were not 100 feet from the blazing core of light, very hot core of light, whose glow grew stronger and dazzled the eyes. It was very bright. Just then, leaning means bending over the forecastle railing, I saw Ned Land below me, brandishing means waving his dreadful harpoon. Barely 20 feet separated him from the motionless animal. All at once his arm shot forward and the harpoon was launched. It was set in motion. I heard the weapon make a ringing sound as if it had hit some hard substance. The electric light suddenly went out and the 2 enormous water spouts, enormous are very big water spouts, crashed onto the deck of the frigate, racing like a torrent which was very strong and fast moving. Torrent is very strong and fast moving. From one end of the ship to the other, toppling crewmen. Toppling means overturning crewmen, breaking spare masts. Spare masts were the poles which were kept extra. They were extra. And yard arms, the outer extremities of a ship's yard are yard arms. They are the outer extremities of a ship's yard from their lashings. A hideous collision occurred. Hideous, a very terrible. Collision is clash. So very terrible clash occurred and thrown over the rail with no time to catch hold of it. I was hurled into the sea. Hurled means thrown into the sea. So what happened finally? Could they chase the sea monster? No. Was it sea monster? No. It was a submarine. So they could not attack because it was not an live animal. So what happened at the end? They realized that it was the beast was not any animal but a submarine. They have tried to attack the submarine which broke their warship. So children, here we have completed the lesson. Now read the lesson, find out the new words, underline them and try to find the meanings of these words from the dictionary. We are going to discuss the English workshop and exercise in our next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.